Hi friends, how are you? This is Hiranmay. Welcome to Hiranmay's channel. Today I am back with an interesting topic, that is DNA. In this video we are going to know about what is DNA, what is the structure of DNA, copying of DNA, protein synthesis and history of research of DNA. First of all, what is DNA? DNA is short for deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is a molecule that encodes the genetic instructions used in the development and function of all known living organisms and many viruses. This includes animals, plants, protists, bacteria, etc. DNA in each cell in the organism and tells what proteins to make. Mostly these proteins are enzymes. DNA is inherited by children from their parents. This is why children share traits with their parents such as skin, hair and eye color. The DNA in a person is a combination of the DNA from each of their parents. Part of an organism's DNA is non-coding DNA sequences. They do not code for protein synthesis. Some non-coding DNA is transcribed into non-coding RNA molecules such as transfer RNA, ribosomal RNA and regulatory RNAs. Other sequences are not transcribed at all or give rise to RNA of unknown function. The amount of non-coding DNA varies gently among the species. Viruses use either DNA or RNA to infect organisms. The genome replication of most DNA viruses takes place in the cell's nucleus, whereas RNA viruses usually replicate in cytoplasm. What is the structure of DNA? DNA has a double helix shape which is like a ladder twisted into spiral. Each step of the ladder is a pair of nucleotides. What are nucleotides? A nucleotide is a molecule made up of deoxyribose, a kind of sugar with 5 carbon atoms, a phosphate group made of phosphorus and oxygen, and a nitrogenous base. DNA is made of 4 types of nucleotides, that are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. The rungs of DNA ladder are each made of 2 bases, one base coming from each leg. The bases connect in the middle. A only pairs with T and C only pairs with G. The bases are held together by hydrogen bonds. Adenine and thymine can pair up because they make 2 hydrogen bonds, and cytosine and guanine pair up to make 3 hydrogen bonds. Although the bases are always in fixed pairs, the pairs can come in any order. This way, DNA can write codes out of the letters that are the bases. These codes contain a message that tells the cell what to do. On chromosomes, the DNA is bound with proteins and histones to form chromatin. This association takes part in epigenetics and genetic regulation. Genes are switched on and off during development and cell activity, and this regulation is the basis of most of the activity which takes place in DNA cells. Now, what is copying of DNA? When DNA is copied, this is called DNA replication. Briefly, the hydrogen bonds holding together paired bases are broken and the molecule is split in half. The legs of the ladder are separated. This gives 2 single strands. New strands are formed by matching the bases to make the missing strands. First, an enzyme called DNA helicase splits into DNA down the middle by breaking the hydrogen bonds. Then after, DNA molecule is in 2 separate pieces. Another molecule called DNA polymerase makes a new strand that matches each of the strand of split DNA molecule. Each copy of a DNA molecule is made of the original molecule and half of new bases. When DNA is copied, mistakes are sometimes made. These are called mutation. There are 4 types of mutations: deletion, substitution, insertion, duplication. Deletion, where one or more bases are left out. Substitution, where one or more bases are substituted for another base in the sequence. Insertion, where one or more extra base is put in. Duplication, where a sequence of base pairs are repeated. Mutations also may be classified by their effect on the structure and function of proteins or their effect on the fitness. Mutations may be bad for organisms or neutral or of benefit. Sometimes mutations are fatal for the organisms. The protein made by the new DNA does not work at all, and this causes the embryo to die. On the other hand, evolution is moved forward by mutations when the new form version of the protein works better for the organism. What is protein synthesis? A section of DNA that contains instructions to make a protein is called a gene. Each gene has the sequence for the at least one polypeptide. Proteins from structures and also from enzymes. The enzymes do most of the works in the cells. Proteins are made out of smaller polypeptides which are formed of amino acids. To make protein to do a particular job, the correct amino acids have to be joined up in the correct order. Proteins are made by tiny missions in the cell and called ribosomes. Ribosomes are in the main body of the cell, but DNA is only in the nucleus of the cell. The codon is a part of DNA, but DNA never leaves the nucleus because DNA cannot leave the nucleus. The cell nucleus makes a copy of DNA sequence in RNA. This is smaller and can get through the holes, pores in the membranes of the nucleus and out in the cell. Genes encoded in DNA are transcribed into messenger RNA by proteins such as RNA polymerase. Mature mRNA is then used as a template for protein synthesis by the ribosome. Ribosomes read codons words made of three base pairs that tell the ribosome which amino acid to add. The ribosome scans along an mRNA reading the code while it makes protein. Another RNA called tRNA helps match the right amino acid to each codon. Now we will know about the history of DNA research. DNA was first isolated by Swiss physician Friedrich Mischer in 1869 when he was working on bacteria from the pus in surgical bandages. The molecule was found in the nucleus of the cell and so he called it nuclein. In 1928, Frederick Griffith discovered that traits of the smooth from the pneumococcus could be transferred into rough form of the same bacteria by mixing killed smooth bacteria with the live rough form. This system provided the first clear suggestion that RNA carries genetic information. The Avery MacLeod NC CAR-T experiment identified DNA as the transforming principle in 1943. DNA roles in heredity was confirmed in 1952 when Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase in the Hershey and Chase experiment showed that DNA is the genetic material of the T2 bacteriophage. In 1950, Evrin Chargaff found that the amount of thymine is present in a molecule of DNA was about to equal of the amount of adenine present. He found that the same applies to guanine and cytosine. Chargaff's rule summarizes this finding. In 1953, J.D. Watson and Francis Crick suggested that what is now accepted as the first correct double helical model of DNA structure in the general nature. Their double helix molecular model of DNA was then based on a single X-ray diffraction taken by Rosalind Franklin and Raymond Gosling in May 1952. Experimental evidence supporting the Watson and Crick model was published in a series of 5 articles in the same issue of Nature. Of these, Franklin and Gosling paper was the first publication of their own X-ray diffraction data and original analysis method that partly supported the Watson and Crick model. The issue also contained an article DNA structure by Maruc Swinkin of two his colleagues whose analysis and in vivo bDNA X-ray patterns also supported the presence in the vivo of double helical DNA configurations as proposed by Crick and Watson for their double helix molecular model of DNA in previous 2 pages of Nature. In 1962, after Franklin's death, Watson, Crick and Wilkins jointly received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Nobel Prizes were awarded only to living recipients at the time. A debate continues about who should receive the credit for the discovery. In 1957, Crick explained the relationship between DNA, RNA and proteins in the central dogma of molecular biology. How DNA was copied came in 1958 through the Melson-Sartil experiment. More work by Crick and co-workers showed that the genetic code was based on non-overlapping triplets of bases called codons. These findings represent the birth of molecular biology. How Watson and Crick got Franklin's result has been much debated. Crick and Watson and Marshall Wilkins were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1962 for their work on DNA. Rosalind Franklin had died in 1958. In next video, we are going to know about RNA. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.